What's up, fam? Welcome to Minicast Monday, the short form podcast that brings inspiring and empowering information, messages, and sound bites from previous episodes to provide that spark or that fire for you to attack your life, to finally attack it, those fears, those insecurities, and those flaws, so that you can live the best life possible as the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. This week, we're going to talk about mental calluses, which is something that a former guest, Finn Johnson, talks about, but it's also one of the most powerful takeaways from the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, which is something that I'm reading or listening to at the moment, which is changing my motherfucking life. If you haven't read it or listened to it already, please do yourself a favor. This will literally change your mindset and in turn change your life. Go get it. So back on track, to put it very simply, mental calluses, as he refers to them, are the result of persevering through mental or physical pain until you reach a new threshold. Building that mental resilience over time through breaking through your plateaus or comfort zones. We'll all know where our plateaus or comfort zones are, so I don't need to ask you. In this book, and in his case, he speaks about accepting a 100-mile race, which has to be completed in 24 hours on 3 days' notice, and he's had absolutely no training. Now, this would seem insane to some, but he accepts this because he'd previously formed mental calluses through his training to become a Navy SEAL, where he ran and swam with a fractured kneecap and fractured shins for weeks on end. So you can understand why he said yes. Now back to his 100-mile race. Throughout it, he shares that at mile 70, he had broken feet, his toenails had all but peeled off, his blisters had popped, and he had literally shit and pissed himself. Yet he continued on and finished the race, maniacally running another one for charity only weeks later. Now throughout the book, he speaks about how forming these mental calluses, embracing the suffer, had allowed him to unlock his potential and push the boundaries of what was possible mentally and physically. So I want to ask you if you feel like you've unlocked yours. Have you unlocked your potential? Have you pushed yourself to that point physically and mentally where you were forced to break through your plateau or your comfort zone to reach that new threshold? You don't have to answer. You'll know. I know the answer to mine, and my answer is no. Absolutely not. But I've been forming my own mental calluses for the last 9 months as I've lost 20 kgs. I've been testing my body and my mind with 2k, 5k and 10 kilometer timed rows, forcing myself to stay in the sauna when my monkey mind runs rampant, and having cold showers when all I want is warmth. Slowly I'm building my mental fortress because I'm consistently persevering through the struggle and embracing the suffer. So I'm not asking you to suffer like David Goggins. Hell, I'm not even asking you to suffer like Finn. But what I'm asking is that you implement one thing in your day that tests your will to persevere. It makes you think, why the fuck am I doing this? Of course you get the chemical benefits of releasing dopamine or serotonin, but more than that, you will train your mind to handle external stresses, which will in turn translate into the fortitude necessary to handle internal stresses. Because no one can help us with those but ourselves. So once you find that one thing to test you physically, lock this affirmation in your head and repeat it when you begin to question why. Here we go. I will embrace the struggle, the suffer and the suck, mentally and physically, because I know it'll help me become the absolute best version of myself. I will rise and I will rise because no challenge will ever be too much. Now with that in mind, every time you break through your plateau, you are literally callousing your mind, your mental fortress, getting it ready for whatever challenge lays ahead. Like I said, guys, get the book. It's got some insane stories and some pretty damn valuable lessons that will change your life. It will change your mindset. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your week. I love you all. Ciao.